Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Chall, and today, Chall Chats Theme Parks. This is a massive one from Parc Asterix. I'm generally debating whether to make this into a part 1 and 2, or do it as one massive news update. So, by the time you're watching this, you'll see my decision. So, whether it's a part 1 or part 2 or not, whatever. But either way, this is on Parc Asterix. Some big news over the last couple of weeks from Parc Asterix on the closure of an attraction, a planned master plan over the next decade. We're going to be talking about everything to do with this. So please like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell to never miss YouTube video. We are on the road to 3,000 subscribers, of course. So make sure you do hit that as soon as possible. 500,000 views nearly as well. So please, let's keep watching the videos. There's a lot on there to check out. And for now, guys, let's talk about Parc Asterix. We're going to start off this particular part on the closure of one of their attractions. Now, this is Parc Asterix we're talking about. For those of you who don't know about Parc Asterix, this park is a themed park centred around the Asterix comic book series and opened on the 30th of April 1989. It's the second largest theme park in France behind Disneyland Paris, and is owned currently by Compagnie des Alpes, who runs the Wallaby theme parks, Futuroscope, Music and Evan Wax Museum, and Bellewaerde, among other attractions and ski sites across Europe. Now, the attraction in question is Nationale 7. This is a vintage cars manufactured by Mack Rides, which opened back in 1992. The real Nationale 7, which is the ride it's themed around, is one of the most cult roads in France. From Paris to the Côte d'Azur, you explore the landscapes and many regions over nearly 1,000 kilometres. The ride will make its last laps at the end of the park's Halloween season on November the 5th. And will presumably be removed over the winter to make way for potential future expansion. Now then, Nationale 7 is an iconic old attraction for the park, and for me, I feel like this is... It's a sad one in a way, because, you know, we see more and more of these vintage cars, you know, leaving theme parks across Europe especially, but also in America. We see Kings Island renovating theirs and bringing theirs back. But, you know, we see many parks across the world remove theirs. I remember when I remember as a young kid when Alton Towers removed their vintage cars, and looking back on that. So I think that, you know, it's a sad closure in a way, because this attraction is an old one. It's been around since the early 90s. And I think that Parc Asterix are looking to move on. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. Now, what about replacements? Let's talk about two or three potential replacements on this particular attraction. So then, let's talk about the potential replacements for this ride. I've got 2 on my list. I was going to go with the top 3, but I decided to go with the top 2 and just go one or the other. But leave your suggestions in the comments down below, guys, because I would love your thoughts. So the first one is a Mack Gameplay Theatre. Now, hear me out on this one. The original manufacturer of the departing Nationale 7, was Mack Rides, and so a Mack attraction makes more sense, in my opinion, to help create generations of new memories. Since the park's last dark ride was in 2019 with Attention Menhir, a brand new interactive dark ride could be an extremely lovely gap in the park's lineup to fill. One attraction model in particular that ticks the criteria of the Mack Rides interactive dark ride experience for all ages is the Gameplay Theatre attraction, combining competitive interactive gaming and dark rides on the smallest footprint available depending on how big the project size is for the park's satisfaction. For example, one ride cycle consists of 2 rotations for the passengers, meaning they experience a total of 10 different sets and gameplay areas. This attraction contains a high-capacity ride system, sound-absorbing walls between inner and outer scenes, a varied ride time depending on the size of the project, and all-round fun for the entire family. So the Gameplay Theatre really does add a competitiveness, a competitive fun element, but also that interactive dark ride visionary genius that I know Parc Asterix can pull off, especially with the theming around their Intamin Rollercoaster 2 Talus that opened in recent years. Now then, the second option is the Intamin Dynamic Motion Stage. This dynamic ride experience combines heave, drop, your tilt and roll movements alongside multiple levels of storytelling possibilities, a variety of seating configurations for different capacities and experiences, a potential setting for the use of 4D effects throughout, and different show profiles to showcase the possibility for a re-rideable experience every time. So again, the dynamic motion stage is a proper high-tech attraction, and I think fits in the plot of land that hosts Nationale 7. You could tear it all out, bring in the building, and really bring the interactivity to life through both these attractions. Now then, we do have to talk about everything else going on at Parc Asterix, because there is quite a bit. Now, the park will open Le Tour de Numérobis in 2024. It's a Zamperla vertical swing. Now, this will be part of an Egyptian-themed expansion next to the 2012 Bolliger and Mabillard inverted coaster Osiris. The park's CEO, Delphine Pons, has made some interesting points about the park's future earlier this year, including the plan to build full lands which are autonomous, increase the accommodation capacity to develop a fourth hotel, and a special musical show in the Theatre de Panorama to celebrate both the 35th anniversary of Parc Asterix and the 75th anniversary of the Asterix comics. So as you can see, a lot going on at Parc Asterix at the moment, with the removal of Nationale 7, the potential attractions that I could see replace it, and also their other projects, including that spectacular musical show, Parkland, the expansion, possible fourth hotel, and also with the idea of this Zamperla vertical swing, which is currently being constructed and opening ready for next year near Osiris. Now that I mentioned this video could have been a part 1 and 2, I think I'm going to do it as one massive video. So let's go on to the next section of the video, which is about the park's new decade-long master plan. So, an environmental plan was submitted recently outlining a decade-long plan to expand the park in 2 phases. So first of all, Phase 1, 2024 to 2028. The image is on your screen right now, and we're going to go through it number by number. Now then, number 1, that area there is the expanding of the Greece area with a new attraction, capacity at 800 people per hour, a 400-seater restaurant, new buildings, and of course pathways to get to those buildings and attractions. So, the Greece expansion is in the offering potentially between those years, 2024 and 2028. Obviously, we know that plans aren't definite for certain at the moment because obviously, as you saw in previous years, we know that parks have had plans, but because of the pandemic, they've either shelved plans, scrapped plans, moved plans back because of financial effect due to the pandemic. So we can't say these plans are 100% going to happen. This is just the park's plan at this stage. So, but that sounds really amazing, though, by the way, the idea of expanding that Greece area with a brand new attraction. 800 people per hour, though, is quite a bit. So could that mean potentially a dart ride or a family coaster, something that fits along a certain style? Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Now then, number 2 on this image is the expanding of the Hotel de 3 Hibou with 108 rooms, an expanded parking lot, new restaurants, and brand new shops and retail outlets. So the expansion of the Hotel de 3 Hibou would be a fantastic improvement to the hotel resort, and I think that this would really, upgrade the quality of Parc Asterix hotel offering, definitely. Now, number 3 on this image is a 4th resort hotel. Now, we talked about this earlier. A 300-room 4th resort hotel. And I think this would be a fantastic addition for Parc Asterix. I think it would really increase the long-term stay and the, expanded, wider offering in terms of what they're offering, past a one-day visit to guests. Now, I think the theme of the hotel could be interesting. Comment down below what you think the theme could be for a 4th hotel. I'd be interested to get your thoughts on that. Number 4 is an expanded hotel guest entrance. I think, again, that could improve the capacity a lot more. And I think it would improve the way the park operates as well. Number 5 is the complete removal of the Paris Street area. And this is already in progress with the removal of Nationale 7. This will be replaced by new attractions, shops and backstage areas, but the theme hasn't been disclosed. It's undisclosed at the moment, the theme. So, interesting there. The complete removal of the Paris Street section of the park. Interesting that one. Comment down below your thoughts on that. What could you see? What could you see happening to the area? What attractions could you see? Now, number 6, finally, is the expansion of the main parking lot and bus area. So I think between 2024 and 2028, that's a pretty solid plan. I think if all that comes to fruition, that's a pretty solid plan. So let's move on to phase 2, 2028 to 2031. And this one has got only four numbers, so it only comes to a top 10. However, 4 very exciting things here. Number 7 on this particular image is the 5th hotel with 150 rooms, so half the size of the planned 4th hotel. However, a 5th hotel would be even bigger for Parc Asterix. It would, rapidly improve again the long-term offering to guests and the target audiences. And again, it would be an upgrade to their hotel offering depending on the theme they go for. Now then, number 8 is a hotel-specific indoor facility, in brackets, speculated to be an indoor water park. What an addition that would be to Parc Asterix. We know Leesburg's adding Oceana Water Park, hashtag 2024. We know that they're adding that. We know that Futuroscope was planning one as well. There's Alton Towers have got their water park in Splash Landings as part of the hotel. So again, with Kariba Creek, so you've got things there to work with in terms of inspiration. Chessington's got a brand new water park coming in the next year. That's going to be fantastic. So it's going to be brilliant. It's going to be a really good addition to Parc Asterix, that one, if it does come off, of course. Number 9 is the complete retooling of the Viking area, including Guderick's. Now, there's a thing in brackets here of retrack or renewal, because we don't know the fate of Guderick's just yet. Now, if you don't know what Guderick's is, this opened on the 30th of April 1989. It's a Vekoma MK1200. It's a custom MK1200 model. There are 8 of these out there, 3 of them relocated, of course. There's plenty of custom ones out there. Big Loop at Heidi Park, Blue Hawk at Six Flags Over Georgia. You've got Millennium at Fantasy Island here in the UK. You've got Ninja at Six Flags St. Louis. So you've got a few of them out there, quite a few of them. So is that going to be retracked? Is it going to be removed? Stay tuned in the future for that one. How long is the time frame for Guderick's? We'll have to stay tuned and find out. And then number 10, if things couldn't get any bigger and better, it has. Number 10 on this image, the last one, behind Totalis in the parking lot space, is a new themed area. Now, we don't know any more than that about that. We don't know if that will include a brand new roller coaster or just attractions. But I'm extremely excited about the future of Parc Asterix long term. So there we go. That is literally everything to do with Parc Asterix in this video. We've talked about the potential retrack or removal of Guderick's. We've talked about themed lands. We've talked about new hotels, expanded hotels. Other facilities expand around the park, including parking lot spaces, bus spaces, the hotel guest entrance. We've talked about the removal of National 7. We've talked about the brand new vertical swing going into the park next year, next to Osiris and a new expansion of the Egyptian area. We've talked about a new theatrical musical spectacular to celebrate 35 years of Parc Asterix and 75 years of the Asterix comic series. We've talked about everything to do with Parc Asterix, both short-term and long-term in this video. What are your thoughts on all this? Comment down below. We want to hear your thoughts. Always, always, always. Go back and watch the old videos and leave comments on there as well. All comments needed, all comments wanted. Please share your thoughts. My thoughts in summary, I absolutely love this. I love what Parc Asterix are doing right now. And it's really forcing my hand in terms of wanting to go to Parc Asterix next year, the year after, the year after that, the year after that, the year after that. I'm generally considering going to France and doing back-to-back visits for the next 10 years to Parc Asterix. That's how excited I am about this and about their long-term vision. With the new hotels, with the new areas, with the new attractions, with the removal of National 7 to make way for new attractions, I think the only way is up for Parc Asterix, and this proves why they are just behind Disneyland Paris in terms of arguably one of the best theme parks in Europe, and definitely one of the top 2 in France, along with Disneyland Paris. It's definitely up there as one of the top 2. Arguably, to some people, you could say it's better than Disneyland Paris in different respects. But, of course, they're both completely different parks for different reasons. But thank you very much, guys. I'm the CHALL. Stay tuned for more updates on this. And ta-ra for now. And breathe.